Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to episode number 9 of the Detroit Lions franchise here on Madden NFL 21. Today's going to be a live comm episode. We're going to take a look at kind of what's been happening around the league since the last time we checked in, as well as the very first look at the 2021 NFL draft class. Now, I had different ideas for the draft class, but in reality, I'm just going to kind of keep it simple. I wanted to do real players of some sort, but we're just going to download real draft classes and take a look at them throughout the season, probably after week games. But today we're going to take a look at the quarterbacks for the first time. So that's going to be exciting. We're going to take a look at who will be available for the upcoming draft class. But I'll touch on that in a second. Before we get there, let's just kind of wrap up what's been happening around the league. We currently sit at 2-4 in the NFC North. We have a very atrocious division. In terms of the whole NFL, though, the Dallas Cowboys, the Buffalo Bills, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers all sit at top of the league at 6-1. Saints are 5-1. They just had a bye week. Worst teams in the league is the Baltimore Ravens are 0-7. How they have not won a game, I have no idea, but the Baltimore Ravens are struggling in some department. It'd be very interesting if they somehow ended up with the number 1 pick. But now going by division, starting with the AFC North, the Bengals, who were the worst team last year, lead the AFC North with a 5-2 record. Joe Burrow is on pace to already be Rookie of the Year. AFC South, the Colts, who we place next, lead the division at 4-1-1. The Jacksonville Jaguars sit behind them at 4-2, having a very good season. AFC East is led by the Buffalo Bills, who are 6-1 in a very atrocious division. While in the AFC West is the Los Angeles Chargers and Justin Herbert, who are sit at 5-2, followed by the Broncos, who are 4-2-1. Now on the NFC side, starting off with our division, the Bears sit at top, sitting 3-4, so a losing record is winning our division, so we are not out of the hunt just yet. NFC South is led by the Buccaneers, who are 6-1, followed by the Saints, who are 5-1, and you have the Falcons, who are 4-3, and the Panthers, who sit 2-5. NFC East is the Dallas Cowboys, who are 6-1, followed by the Eagles, who are 4-2-1, and the New York Giants, who are 4-3. And then in the NFC West, the Seattle Seahawks sit at top 4-2, while the San Francisco 49ers, NFC champions from last year, sit 4-3. So let's take a look at the standings. We're not going to take a look at stats, so to speak, just because we just kind of took a look at them. I don't want to take too long. But offensive yards, we are sitting at 28th, and we have had our bye week, so that's kind of throwing it off a little bit. Defensive yards, we're 15th, so about middle of the league. Points, 9th, so we do score a lot of points. And then points allowed is 27th, so not very good in that department. Now, we're going to take a look at the draft class, take a look at the quarterbacks. Now, just like I said, these are real players, so we're using real life people. And the way I'm going to do the quarterbacks, I'm going to do it try to keep it more realistic. So in Madden, sometimes the quarterbacks, at least last year, Madden, you had top quarterbacks who slipped down to the 3rd round, and that's really not realistic. I mean, if somebody like Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields is available, they're going to go like top 5. So I'm going to, especially with Trevor Lawrence, everybody kind of knows he's going to go number 1, tank for Trevor. So whoever finishes the worst team in the league, I want to make sure they draft Trevor Lawrence. And if it is someone like the Ravens who don't necessarily need a quarterback, I'm going to try to manually create a trade where a team that would need Trevor Lawrence would trade up a lot of capital in order to acquire him. So I'm going to try to make it realistic with the quarterbacks. Maybe not go 1-2, but go basically where their draft stock has. But with that being said, let's start off with the quarterbacks. First one being Trevor Lawrence out of Clemson, former national champion. He's got A+ throw power, A throw on the run, A- throw accuracy short. Before I jump too much into him, though, I am going to try to do something with college football this year. So that is in the pipeline. I'm just using real players in the draft classes, but he's probably going to go number 1. That's no secret whatsoever. The guy who could challenge him may potentially go number 2 is Justin Fields, the former Georgia Bulldog who transferred to Ohio State. He has A+ throw power, A+ throw accuracy short, and A throw accuracy mid. He, in my opinion, could be better than Trevor Lawrence, at least his top 3 skills-wise. I would not be surprised if a team that needs Justin Fields would grab him as well. Fortunately, we're not really in the market for a quarterback. We do have Matthew Stafford, so unless he retires, we're kind of stuck with him for a couple years because he is also owed a lot of money. Then after them two, it kind of falls off a little bit, as you can tell. We have Trey Lance out of North Dakota State. Unfortunately, not playing college football this year because the FCS season kind of got shut down. So he's kind of going off, his previous season numbers, which is pretty raw. He's got A+ throw power, A throw accuracy short, and then A- throw accuracy mid. His talent, though, is mid-second rounder, so a team could gamble on him, or he could fall. We'll see what has to happen with Trey Lance. But another quarterback on the top. And then from there, the last potential first-round pick, Tanner Morgan out of Minnesota. He's 22, 6'2", 220. He's got A+ throw power as well, followed by A throw accuracy short and A- throw under pressure, which is kind of interesting. You don't see any more accuracy attributes, but those are 3 top A's. He is also a late second-round talent, so might probably take the Tua route and sit behind somebody to learn, just like a bunch of other rookie quarterbacks did. Then we started getting to maybe the day 2 candidates, starting off with Jamie Newman, the Wake Forest Demon Deacon, transferred to Georgia this past year. 6'4", 230. He's got A+ throw power, A- throw under pressure, and A- break sack. Georgia did not make the college football playoff this year. I'll just go ahead and give you that spoiler, but fortunately he led them to an SEC East title, but not a college football playoff berth. But he's an early 4th round talent, it looks like, so maybe a little projected higher than what you think, but that's kind of what happens with quarterbacks. Then we have Brock Purdy, the quarterback out of Iowa State, 6'1", 217, a little smaller. He's got A+ throw accuracy short, so probably the most accurate short passer in this draft class. A throw power, which is still pretty good, and A- throw accuracy mid. He's a late second round projection, but late 3rd round talent. I can see a team taking a gamble. He could end up becoming something based on those 3 skills, but you have to wonder what else is there. Then as you can see, it really starts to fall off. We get some really raw prospects. Starting off with Kellen Mond, mid-3rd rounder, the Texas A&M Aggie, Jimbo Fisher, creation. He has A+ throw power, A- throw accuracy short, and then B play action. So the fact that his traits really fall off to that regard is not a good sign in my opinion. I think he's a great college quarterback. I don't know if he has what it takes in the pros. They have Sam Ehlinger, the quarterback out of Texas. Their gunslinger down there. He's done pretty well for himself in college. The senior is classified as a scrambler. He's got A- throw power, B+ throw on the run, and B+ throw accuracy mid, which is interesting that he's got his mid accuracy up there, but we don't see anything about his short accuracy. Texas does like to take a lot of shots down the field. They do play in that Big 12 style, so I'm not sure if that plays a factor, but it is very concerning that you don't see an accuracy short, in my opinion. Then a little bit later in the draft class, we got Kyle Trask, the Florida quarterback who beat out Felipe Franks, who is undrafted in this class, who's at Arkansas now, but he's got A+ throw power, so he's got elite throwing arm ability. He's got B+ accuracy short and B+ throw on the run, so a little better, I feel like, than some of the other ones we just took a look at, but that throw accuracy short is the only thing you see up there, unfortunately. KJ Costello out of Mississippi State comes up next, 6'5", 225, big body. He's got your stereotypical size. A- throw power a little lower than what I expect from a big body like him. B+ throw accuracy short and B on the run, so can get some mobility out of the pocket, it looks like, but just another all-around project, it seems. And then the last quarterback who could go drafted is Shane Buechele, 6'1", 207 out of SMU. So in the AAC, he's got A throw power, B+ throw accuracy short, B throw on the run. Other than that, looks like he could be an undrafted talent, but teams might take a gamble on him, especially if he's in the 7th round. So that's really all the quarterbacks. We got a couple of undrafted: Zach Thomas at Appalachian State, Derek Cooper, Jacksonville State, Felipe Franks out of Arkansas, Rogan Williams out of Valdosta State, Jake Bentley out of Utah, Kenny Pickett in Pittsburgh, and then a couple of others you might realize, but fortunately, not the deepest quarterback class. We really don't need a quarterback unless, like I said, Matthew Stafford retires. So not the best to miss out on. It just looks like Trevor Lawrence is the prime star of this draft class, but fortunately, not all of them got to play a full season this year in college. So you're also going off, a lot of the stuff they did the previous year and stuff like that. But I'm planning on doing a little bit more with the draft classes, getting to know their backgrounds and stuff, especially as you go into the later years and start to see some other players start to pop up. But that is your quarterback class of the 2021 NFL draft. You'll see what happens. Be interesting to see what happens to them. But that's actually going to do it in this one. Just a quick little update. I want to show you guys the draft class for the first time, especially the quarterback position, because everybody likes to take a look at quarterbacks and scout quarterbacks. But that's going to do it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. Remember, we're still on the road to 100 subscribers, so I appreciate it if you hit that button down below. But thank you guys so much for watching. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.